Hey, what's up everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood French Canadian, aka Vslayer. Now, I couldn't stream this combat cast today because I was at work. They usually do it on the rest of the week, but on Fridays I have to go into the office. The rest of the week I'm usually working from home, but on Fridays I have to go in, unfortunately, so I watched a combat cast at work and there's a lot of things we need to talk about. Now I'm going to go over Mileena's moves specifically. I'm not going to spend too much time on the variations because, as we know, customs are not going to be legal in tournament and in the combat league, which means that variations don't really matter at all. So I'm going to focus on her moves, on her normals, and all of that good stuff.
Sure. So you can hear the claws. She has a couple moves that use it. This is one of her fast move strings, and it has a couple options. The second one is a crushing blow if she ends the combo with more than 8 hits, which is pretty easy to do for a ball roll. Then she also has pretty much the core to her mix-up, is this really quick overhead. It has great range, it's safe.
Okay, so right off the bat, Mileena has a safe overhead. So you know all these people complaining about Sub-Zero in the Combat League and that you cannot react to his really slow overhead that is negative as heck on block. Which, let's be honest, in the variation, I think it's Dead of Winter, where he can do amp ball, sure, it's good, but in the other variations, it's not that good. But now Mileena has an overhead like that in her default kit, which is a safe overhead that travels, and that is a safe. It is a safe. Do you know how good that is? Like, that is crazy. Also see some of her strings. Stephanie said it seems a bit stubby, and it's more Catwoman-like, you know, with her claws, so it's not gonna reach very far. Like, I think it's her 1-2 or maybe forward 2-2-1. That's what it looks like. I'm not sure, but it looks like a really good up close combo starter, and it's a really good mid, as she said. So right there, you know, the fact that she has her safe overhead and some good mids, she's already pretty good. So let's continue.
She does not have like a really awesome low safe launcher, so she has to commit or just do a low damage after like a sweep. But I think that totally fits her play style. Is you have to be the type of player that's willing to just do a low into the ball roll and just deal low and not worry if they're going to block it.
So she doesn't have a good low starter. It seems you can do, I think it's a back 4 or back 3 maybe. You can do into ball roll, or you can knock them down. Now she has this other string which kind of looks like Katana string in MKX, you know, where she flipped you over her head with her foot, but it does not seem to combo. Now the recovery looks really long because Mileena recovers as they hit the ground, and I don't think it would be special cancelable, so especially because Stephanie shows us how she has a crushing blow on it if it counters. We're gonna watch it here.
This low here 4-2 has a crushing blow if it's a counter hit, and then she gets a combo, which again goes into kind of a higher risk thing, but good damage if it hits.
So the fact that it combos on a crushing blow probably means it won't combo naturally or out of that crushing blow, which means it's not special cancelable.
This is her 4-4, which I wanted to show because I think it's one of her better mid attacks because it's really easy to hit him from. And then the last thing I wanted to show was her throws, because she has a similar crushing blow to Rambo, where if it's been 10 seconds without jumping or getting hit, she will bite them in the neck, and it's very gross and nasty. But
okay, so she has her overhead like in MKX. I think it was 4-4-3, and then you can do back 4, get cancel into the ball roll. So it looks like it travels a bit, but it's slow, so it might be good to shimmy. I'm not sure. It's going to be interesting to see how she plays when we get our hands on her. And her 4-throw crushing blow is just like Rambo's. So if you don't jump within 10 seconds and it's loaded, and you can take a big chunk right out of their neck. And just a side note, the animation looks amazing, and just the sound she does when she licks them, the big slurp, like, it's so freaking cool. She looks really great.
Side tosses back really fast. She throws to it once and it takes up a ton of space. I think it's a really great projectile. Ball roll is exactly what you expect it to be. Super quick, it leads to combos, so she amplifies it. Great whiff punisher. Punishes stuff that's pushed back on block, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then the teleport kit. So this has a cool new thing.
Okay, so then they show all her projectiles. So she has straight side toss, which she can amplify, so she throws 2, and then you can amplify for 2 more. And they show ball roll, which travels pretty freaking far, but it only combos with meter, which is perfectly fine because that's how most characters work in this game. And the fact that now customs is going to be a thing in a combat league and in tournaments, you're going to be able to mix and match so many things. We're not going to see the same old combos all the time again. And to me, that's really exciting, you know. But anyhow, I digress. She has her telekick as well, which is really cool. So obviously it's going to be really good for counter zoning because you can escape it. You can escape any type of zoning. Obviously, I'm guessing it's going to be a death on block, but at least you can get close to them really quickly. And not only that, in her core kit, she has the ball roll, so she'll be able to switch between those. So, you know, if the opponent just decides to throw a projectile at you, you can ball roll or you can teleport. Like if Scarlet does her blood trail on the ground, you teleport. If she does the blood ball, then you can try to ball roll. I'm not sure if you can ball roll under highs or not. I'm guessing the blood ball is going to hit Mileena, but maybe the faster projectile won't. I don't know. Like, this is all things that we will need to lab when she is released. And a really cool thing about her telekick is if you amplify it, you can switch the direction in which you throw the opponent. So now they go into variations, and as I said, we won't spend too much time on variations. I'm going to talk about the specials mostly because these are specials we'll be able to mix and match with other specials to make our own variations, which is amazing.
Real quick then at variation 1 of Mileena.
So this one I think is a mobility-based variation. The first thing is she can do her
mobility, aka zoning, but let's be real, this costume, it's not very clear. But if I find a clearer picture, I will put it in the video. But this costume is freaking amazing, dude. It is amazing. She looks great.
She can amplify it to recover faster in her combos.
Look at her.
The second thing is she can do a teleport in the air. And this is awesome for like faking out jump-ins. And then lastly, she has the low side back from MKF, which was one of my favorite projectiles. And it has a unique crushing blow if it goes under a high and you amplify it. So this really makes her mobility better, and then it makes her...
So this variation is definitely zoning, 100% zoning. It's literally like Scorpion because you can jump up and teleport. And it doesn't combo, obviously, but still you can jump up, teleport. You can send low size, crushing blows if it goes under a high projectile, which is really, really cool. And that's going to happen a lot when you're full screen, mid screen, and you're against any opponent in any situation whatsoever. You're going to trade projectiles 100%, and you're always going to get that crushing blow, which is really good. And then you also get the air size, which it looks like a good combo in the corner, so that's definitely some combo potential. I'm not sure if it'll work like in mid-screen, you know, like in MKX, when she could jump, kick, teleport, and then air sigh, and then continue the combo. If she can do that, that would be freaking amazing. But this is MK11, and I'm pretty sure this won't be a thing. Now we're gonna go into the second variation, which this is a variation when I heard what she had. This is a variation that I'm definitely going to play. Because it has a command grab, and the fact that I can play Mileena with a command grab in an MK game is freaking amazing, so let's get to it.
Let's take a look at variation 2.
So variation 2, I think, is the opposite. I think it's a rushdown variation. The first thing is she loses her roll, but she gains...
She has a Naruto wall.
Dash, which I think is pretty awesome. Super quick low, so you can use that in mix-ups. She can go into projectiles. It has an amplify, and it actually has a double amplify. And you can also cancel it. Like, you can start to run, hold it down, and then just cancel it and not do the attack and go for a mix-up. And this has a crushing blow. Then she also has a bunch of extra throws at the end of her strings. I think she gets 3 of them. You can see her low gets a new one, and I think this one's definitely the coolest. She gets this grab.
Can we just pause it and say that this outfit is amazing? Again, her outfits are like the best in the game. It's so crazy, dude. Like the first one where we see her mid-drift, and now this one with the con helmet and the big long ponytail. She is amazing, dude. So first off, I want to talk about her slide/run. So it's a Naruto run, which she can go into the slide or she can cancel, and it's a quick low that goes under projectiles. Do you understand how annoying this is going to be in a combat league? Now, I'm guessing this is going to be like her back forward 3. I don't know. But she also has a command grab in this variation, which is her armor breaker, which crushing blows if it armor breaks, which also crushing blows if you grab them in the middle of a roll, like Kano, let's say. And she has extra throws at the end of her strings, as you saw in that little clip that I showed. So basically, don't forget she has the really quick overhead in this one, and now she's gonna have a really low slide. So it means it's mix up heavy, it's rush down, and it's a grappler, which is kind of crazy, but I'm really happy about her.
And then she can get a pretty decent mix up.
And she has a restand. She has a restand amongst all of that stuff. This is the variation I'm going to play, guys. With some modifications, of course. But let's see more. So you can amplify it to restand.
And then lastly, she gains a command grab. This move is freaking awesome looking. So number 3, I was trying to think of a theme and pretty much came up with here. It's kind of a cornucopia of newer stuff. First thing is,
as you can see with the ball roll, you can actually go as a low, or you can go, it looks like an overhead. It looks like you can choose between low and overhead, which is really crazy. And again, you can amplify to continue a combo. So I'm not sure how many slots this is, but if I can have this ball roll with the extended strings and a command grab, or just this ball roll and a command grab, it's going to be a really fun character to play.
she gets this special roll, which does extra damage and actually hops in the air, so she can go over stuff. Then she gets invisibility, which is...
So the ball roll, the modified ball roll, you'll be able to actually use it to hop over projectiles. So that's really crazy. Again, she's going to be such an anti-zoner character. People are going to hate her, dude. And I mean, they already hate her, but they're going to hate her. You know what I mean?
Ton of fun. I mean, you can imagine, Mileena's already all over the place. You literally can't even see her. Like, I don't know a scenario more obnoxious than that. And then lastly, she gets a brand new move, which is pretty interesting.
So in this variation, you would also get a invisibility move, like in ethereal, I don't know how you say that word. So your opponent doesn't see you, so it makes the mix-ups even crazier because she has that really quick overhead. And people are going to be really scared of that. They're going to be scared of throws, and they're going to be scared of to get launched by ball roll. So this is going to be kind of crazy, a really crazy ability that could be coupled with other stuff, which is going to make her even more annoying.
She slides her sai across the ground, and she can hold it and decide when she's going to lift it up, and then it'll come back down. So the opponent has to guess, are you going to delay it? Are you going to let it go really early? And then it has a crushing blow if it interrupts an opponent. So if they think you're going to delay it, and they try to just attack you out of it, and you didn't delay it, you can go ahead and amplify it. It's going to hit them right in the noggin.
So there's a few things to talk about here. That sai, she slides, she can hold it, she can amplify it, she can throw it whenever she wants. Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Now the normal and the amp does not combo at all, but it looks like when she gets a crushing blow, it looks like it kind of restands the opponent and stuns them. So if she's close enough, she can probably get a jump in combo out of it, I think. Or maybe ball roll. I'm thinking ball roll is going to be the best thing you can do here. So, you know, that's going to be an interesting move, like paired with other things that she has, could be really good. However, if people catch on, they could just jump over it and probably punish you. So I'm not sure how good it's going to be, but again, you know, we're going to have to lab it to see, really.
Right. Let's go back real quick to the invisibility, because the invisibility does have some stuff with it too, correct? Like, don't you do less damage, right?
Yes, and it drains stamina. So there are downsides to using it, but I think it's pretty worth it.
Okay, so it does less damage if you're invisible, and it drains your stamina meter. So I'm guessing when she means stamina, she means a defense meter. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, that's a big trade-off, in my opinion. So the rest is just them talking about all the changes that are coming, which I'm going to do a separate video about that because I really want to talk about customs. So basically, they didn't go into a lot. We didn't see her pokes, how good it is. Like, we don't know a lot of things. I think we saw most of her strings, which is interesting, but we don't know the frame data. We don't know much else. So all in all, I'm really excited to play her. I think she looks amazing. She looks like she's gonna be very, very fun. Now, I would ask you guys which variation you're likely gonna play, but again, customs. So I mean, I guess just make up your own variation, what you would use. Let's say there's no restriction at all. Which specials would you use for Mileena in the specials that they showed? So guys, this is it. I hope you have yourself a wonderful day, a wonderful Friday evening, and a wonderful weekend. Peace out.